say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And good field position.
But if you do, damn world, this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag of bulk me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is... Tell your daddy, tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama, and tell your daddy, tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag of bulk me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Now, lady, have
Now Josh Jacobs, who won a national title with Alabama, on this field. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Carr to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They'll roll him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cleveland Farrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. From his linebacker's spot, Vontaze Burfict with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. So we got
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for... Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, and he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Carr buying time to his left. He may try and run. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 51 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Here's Jacobs. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On 2nd and goal, Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. These two teams all tied after 1. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Check. Hey, alert 3. 51.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
You got space?
You got nothing. Slam, slam, slam.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan is going to let this one go deep. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. On 1st down, Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's Carr to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing on first down is Carr. Going for the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Carr completes it. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Throwing again on second down. Carr. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together, the front and back.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got Sanu. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You get blocked, me. You get blocked. Hey, Charlie.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Hey, Alpha. 39. 54.
Here's Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
54, Mike, 54. 58. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cleveland Farrell getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Harris to return. Pushing his way through. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Vic Beasley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Express. Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Bandit.
After the sack on 1st down, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Delta.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. It's complete to Graham. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. On play action, now Carr.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Vic Beasley able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, 734.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr under pressure again, and down he goes again. Vic Beasley. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down.